Okay, hello. Here I am, showing my ugly mug on YouTube for the first time. Don't be too alarmed, I am human. I'm not just a little character, I do have my own personality and voice. Sorry if I had any illusions. Kingdomkey over on Deviantart posted a video showing some of her traditional art and what she uses, so I thought I'd do the same. Also, this is my real voice. People that have listened to my previous videos will probably tell the difference. The voice I use for my videos is by choice. I put a lot more energy into it, it feels a lot more charismatic, and I just prefer it a lot more. I think of it more as my character voice that I use for acting. Okay, then on to the art. Well, for starters, I use a mechanical pencil, which I didn't get out. This lovely beauty here that my mother got me when I caught pneumonia last year and was stuck in the hospital, and it's friggin' awesome. And I haven't used any other pencil since, and I think I can't even draw without using this pen now. It's really cool, really robust, and does the job well. Also, I use a fineliner. Any particular one will do me. I am not fussy. Sometimes it's a medium, sometimes it's thin. I feel like if the camera is jerking around, that's because it's a crap one built into my monitor. And apart from that, I use a rubber, which I don't have, which has disappeared somewhere in the ether. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. That's what I use. Not much, is it? Yeah, I kind of don't do traditional too well. I usually stick with CGing, which you probably see on my Deviantart account, rogue-angel.deviantart.com. So, that's pretty much my equipment. So I'll show you some of the work that I've got that never made it to DA, because but of all these pads, probably about 50 pictures made it to DA. Not too much. This one's still a work in process, so nothing in that to show you. Now first, a quick heads up. These two here were what we used for my Christmas Genie project last year. You guys got a lot of loving from me. And I will be running the Christmas Genies again this year. Now basically what that is, anyone can come by my page, even if they're a watcher or just somebody passing by, doesn't matter who you are, you get a request for free. Absolutely anything. So it could be mecha, it could be furry, it could be lesbians, it could be gays, it can be anything except gore-related sex. That is freaky. But anything else is fine. And scat. No scat. I don't like scat. Yeah, let's not go there. But anything else, anything else is fine. But it's line art only, no colours. Think about it, colouring every single one of them is going to take a really long time, and I don't have that much. Well, once I've got these two pads anyway, I'll show you a quick example of what the Christmas Genies are. That's one of them. You could be getting a picture just like this. Another one, a bit more dynamic from the top. And those are just two examples. I'm not going to show you all because those are up on my Deviantart account. So you can go there, you can see them there, and you can see what you're going to get. There's yours. So, on we move to the next one. Never got finished. That's my character, Rogue Angel. Trying to be a bit more dramatic, a bit more cool, and try putting more detail into it. And he's got his hair down for a change. Usually has it tied up in a pony at the back and down at the front. And this here is an interpretation I was doing of Kitty Star Draco, my girlfriend's character. I tried to make it a little bit more cool and like little denim heely stocking thingies here going on. But it never quite got finished, and I don't think I will because it's quite old now, and I moved on to bigger and better things. You guys out there, nice little special one for you. A lady with some voluptuous assets here. This is just something I did at work. Never intended to do anything with it. Yeah, they are a little big. Now, on some more big ones. I think this is when I first started trying to do more dramatic angles. It was just before I did the Christmas Genies. Heavily influenced by Air Gear because it's really cool when I finish reading it now. For example, this one. A rogue, being a bit younger, some wheelies, yeah. I do a little cowboy ropey thing going on here. But hey, never got finished, never will. And I tried doing a little interpretation of an Air Gear character for Kitty's character as well. Looks completely different, doesn't she? A lot more dramatic jump going on. Rogue looks a little bit dopey. Give him some on the gloves, try to alter things up a bit, not have everything symmetrical. Now, I wrote a story called Agony Parasite back in college, and basically it was, you could say, it was a bit like Spawn. A woman worker got raped, depressed, ended up finding this parasite thing, and it attacked her, and she ended up morphing into this creature, but she can't change back. I want it to look sexy but dangerous. I don't know. Maybe I want my face to hide a bit more than this one, because this is her in here. I don't know. Never got finished. Never will. This was her beforehand. Few character design. Ooh, I'll find the camera somewhere. Youngkich. There we go. Try to make it very cutesy and everything, easy to manipulate and push over. Prime target for a nasty man. Who got designed after a few failed attempts. Yeah. God, it takes a long time for the contrast to go through. This is Darian Watanabe. He's the nasty man that raped her, and subsequently in the story gets his head chopped off. Now, this is one that I did on the train when I was rolling to Manmet University. I had a lot of spare time because I could commute for 3 hours to get there and be told the teachers aren't there. That was fun. Here we go. Again, trying to put more detail into it. As you notice, I tend to draw a lot of Rogue. I kind of use him for my test subject. Because I know Rogue, I know the ins and outs of him, I can do what I want with him and see what happens. So yeah, this was trying to be a bit dramatic, draw a scene for him. Probably one of the first times that I tried. That's just Bill's. That's the first time that I tried drawing some scenery, I think it was. It was quite a while ago. Now, anyone that's read Maximum Ride may know what this picture is. This was a fan art I did before it actually got serialized into a manga. So my interpretation of the characters are different to the one in the manga. Although the guy in here kind of looks like the guy who's been imagined in the manga. Although he's a lot more beefy than in mine. I won't say who it is. If you've read it, you'll know it. But I won't say who it is because it is a bit of a spoiler. So if you've not read all Maximum Ride, don't look. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now you should be able to guess who the characters are if you've read the story. It's not the first book. I think it was the third one, if I remember correctly. But yeah, again, one that didn't get finished and didn't get put up. I won't get put up either because now the series has been put into a manga, I don't fancy putting them up because they look a lot better than mine. You'll never see Kitty or me like that. But yeah, I thought I'd try it. He's cute, but no. Tried something completely different here. Tried having a change of style. Tried to go a bit American. Not particularly my taste, but hey, yeah. Here we go. Gonna shoot me. Tell him his little grandson what he was like in the war, and how all the ladies loved him. Not so much anymore.